In the previous class, we were discussing from chapter 8, wherein the Devatas, as a result of disrespecting their Guru Brihaspati, they have lost their position, their opulences, their kingdom, everything. And then they went to Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma suggested them to take Vishwarupa as their priest. And they approached Vishwarupa with their nephew and saying that though you are younger in age, but you are elder in knowledge, so you can become our priest and help us in regaining our kingdom. So Vishwarupa helped the Devatas headed by Indra to regain their kingdom. How? By teaching Indra the Narayanastra Kavach, the Narayana Kavach. He taught a mantra made Kavach, known as Narayana Kavach, and we were discussing that. This is a Kavach. If you have seen in the movies or in the serials, the warriors always, when they go for war, they wear a Kavach to protect themselves from the arrows thrown by the opponent warrior. Here, Indra is going to have a Kavach which is made by mantra. So this will protect. The procedure to get this Kavach is there is a proper systematic procedure by chanting Lord's various holy names and various chanting the names of Lord's weapons, energies, and various things. And firstly, one need to purify oneself by doing Anganyasa and Karanyasa, and then identify oneself as an Amsha of the Lord and also equal to the Lord because he's going to have the Narayana weapon, Narayana Kavach. Narayana himself will have, Narayana himself is unconquerable. And by having Narayana Kavach, one also becomes as unconquerable as Lord Narayana. So initially, few verses, there was a discussion about protection from various places by chanting Lord's names. Inside, outside, this side, that side, above mountains, inside the water, this, here, there, everywhere. So different Lord's names give protection in different places. So all those things were mentioned all the way up to text number 19. Now from text number 20 to 22, protection from different times, early morning to late evening and early night to late night and early next morning. So 24 hours one need to have protection. So for every certain time period, there is one Lord who is responsible for protecting during that time. And by chanting the names of all those Lords, all those timings, one is protected during all those time slots. So next three verses talks about protection during various times. So like that. So we'll continue from text number 20 onwards. Yeah, someone repeat after me. Mam Keshavo Gadaya Pratarvyad
Mam Keshavo Gadaya Pratarvyad
Govinda Asangavamattavenuhu
Govinda Asangavamattavenu
Narayana Prana Udatta Shakti
Narayana Prana Udatta Shaktir
Madhyam Dine Vishnurarindra Panihi.
Madhyantine Vishnurarindra Panihi. May Lord Keshav protect me with his club in the first portion of the day, and may Govinda, who is always engaged in playing his flute, protect me in the second portion of the day. May Lord Narayan, who is equipped with all potencies, protect me in the third part of the day, and may Lord Vishnu, who carries a disc to kill his enemies, protect me in the fourth part of the day.
So nowadays, within a day we have 24 hours. Within every hour, 60 minutes. Within every minute, 60 seconds. So this is the time divisions as per British system. But traditionally in India, the daytime has been divided in terms of ghatikas. In a day, in total, there are 60 ghatikas. and 1 Gatika is 24 minutes. And 2 Gatikas put together is 48 minutes. That is called 1 Muhurta. So in a day there are 60 Gatikas and 30 Muhurtas. And similarly, in a day there are 8 Yamas, 8 Praharas. One Prahara is about 3 hours. So Ashta Prahariya Leela, Ashta Yama Leela, like that we hear in relation to Vrindavan pastimes. So one Prahara or one Yama is about 3 hours. So if one Gatika is 24 minutes, for 3 hours, it is like 180 minutes. So for 180 minutes, how many Gatikas will be there? So 5 Ghatikas will be 2 hours. 6 and 7 Ghatikas will be 2 hours 48 minutes. 7.5 Ghatikas will be 1 Prahara. So there are 8 Praharas. 60 by 8 is 7.5. So that many Ghatikas will be 1 Prahara. So these were the usual divisions of the day time in our traditional Indian system. But nowadays, since we are familiar with hours, we may say in hours. So in whatever sense, so here he is praying that, may Lord Keshava protect me with his club in the first portion of the day. So during the first portion of the day, starting from sunrise, Lord Keshava should protect him with his club. May Lord Govinda, who is always engaged in playing his flute, protect me in the second portion of the day. Lord Govinda should protect him during the second part of the day. May Lord Narayana, who is equipped with all potencies, Narayana with all potencies is Vishnu, omnipotent. Protect me in the third part of the day. And may Lord Vishnu, who carries a disc, Sudarshan Chakra, to kill his enemies, protect me in the fourth part of the day. So like that. So which part, how much the division we'll see in the notes, but basically Keshava, Govinda, Narayana, and Vishnu. And these 4 deities will protect him during the 4 divisions of the daytime. So let us see how much is the each division. He recites mantras for protection during the different times through the present deities of those times in 3 verses. Keshava is the Lord of Madura, Govinda is Lord of Vrindavan. So one is Lord of Madura, other one is Lord of Vrindavan. So he is asking their protection. Pratar Dina lasts until the end of the 5th Gatika from sunrise. So if we assume that sunrise is happening at 6 a.m., from 6 a.m. onwards for 5 Gatikas, he is requesting Lord Keshava to protect him. 6 to 8 a.m. is Lord Keshava's time to protect, where a Gatika is 24 minutes. Asangava starts from the 6th Gatika, lasts until the 10th Gatika. From 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., he is requesting Lord Govinda to protect him. Prahna, that means Prahna is before noon time, lasts from 11th Gatika until the 15th Gatika, from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Actually, it is 12 p.m. we should write, but 10 a.m. to 12 noon. So this is just before midday. So that should be protected by Lord Narayana. Madhyandina, noon lasts for 16th Gatika to the 20th Gatika, from 12 to 2 p.m. That time should be protected by Lord Vishnu. So in this way, 5 Gatikas each, that means 2 hours each, will be protected by one Lord. This is how the time is being indicated. In the previous verses, the places have been indicated inside the water, outside the water, and while on walking, while while sleeping, and while walking through the mountains. So like that, so many things were there. All those places have been indicated. Now timings are getting indicated. Next, after 2 p.m., then who will protect him? Devoparanne madhu hogradanva.
पराम्ये मधुग्रग्धा
सायं श्रीदामावतु माधवो माम्
श्रीधामावतु माधव
दोषे ऋषिकेश उतार्धरात्रे
ऋषिकेशौताहरात्रे
निशीत एकोऽवतु पद्मनाभः
एको Padmanabha. May Lord Madhusudana, who carries the very peaceful Lord heaven, may Lord Madhava appearing as Brahma, Vishnu and Maheshwara protect me. And in the beginning of night, may Lord Shish protect me. At the dead of night, in the second, third parts of night, may Lord Padmanabha alone protect me.
May Lord Madhusudana, who carries a bow, very fearful for the demons, protect me during the fifth part of the day. In the evening, the sixth part of the day, may Lord Madhava, who is eternity, knowledge and bliss, Sri Damavatu, Sachidananda Swarupa, protect me, and during the Pradosha, may Lord Rishikesha protect me. May Lord Padmanabha alone protect me during Ardharatra and Nishita. So like that he's asking. So let us see what are those timings. Aparahana lasts from 21st Gatika to 25th Gatika, from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. So Madhyana is 12 to 2, Aparahana is 2 to 4. Sayam lasts from the 26th Gatika to 30th Gatika, from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. is evening time. Tridama means the Lord with three forms: eternity, knowledge, and bliss, Sachidananda Rupa. Having recited mantras for protection during the day, divided into 6 parts, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., he now recites mantras for protection during the 5 parts of the night, 6 p.m. to 10 a.m. So daytime is divided into 6 parts, night time is divided into 5 parts. They are not exactly equal divisions because the night time we sleep. So उसमें ज़्यादा जरूरत नहीं in that way. So dosha or pradosha lasts till the end of the fourth Gatika, from 6 p.m. to 7:36 p.m. 4 Gatikas. Gatika 1 to Gatika 4 in the night time is called dosha or pradosha. Matlab early night. Night is just about to begin. So Lord Rishikesh is supposed to protect Madhusudana and then Madhava. Then third one is dosha is Rishikesha. So then from 5th to 14th Gatika, 7:36 p.m. to 11:36 p.m. in the night time is Ardharatra midnight, since midnight is included in it. So from Vedic calculations point of view, their day begins early and night also begins early. So because they get up early in the morning during much before Brahma Muhurta, 3 a.m., 3:30 a.m. Similarly, they sleep early. They sleep around 8 p.m. or something like that. So for those who sleep at 8 p.m., the midnight will come at 11, 11:30 only. For those who sleep at 12, the midnight will be at 4 a.m. Midnight according to one's sleeping time. So middle of one's sleep. So in that way. So 14th Gatika up to this one is Ardharatra, since midnight is also included. The 15th and 16th Gatikas are called Nishita, 11:36 and 12:24. From 11:30 p.m. to 12:30 p.m. 12:30 a.m. So this time is called Nishita, and during that time also Uttararde Nishita Eko Vatu Padmanabha. It's Padmanabha. Lord Padmanabha should protect him during Nishita time. So like that. So this is being indicated. So now midnight 12:24 a.m. to morning 6 a.m. So whatever 6 hours left, who is protecting, we have to see. Srivassadama Pararatra Isha
श्रीवत्सधामा पररात्र ईशा
प्रत्यूष ईशोऽसि दरो जनार्दना
प्रत्यूष ईशोऽसि धरो जनार्दना
दामोदरव्यादनुसन्ध्यं प्रभाते
दामोदराव्याद् अनुसन्ध्यं प्रभाते
विश्वेश्वरो भगवान् कालमूर्तिः
विश्वेश्वरो भगवान् कालमूर्तिः. May the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who bears the Srivatsa on his chest, protect me after midnight until the sky becomes pinkish. May Lord Janardhan, who carries a sword in his hand, protect me at the end of the night, during the last 4 ghatikas of night. May Lord Damodar protect me in the early morning, and may Lord Vishweshwar protect me during the injunctions of day and night.
Yeah. May the Supreme Lord who bear the Srivastha on his chest protect me during Apararatra, the late night, after 12:30 p.m. May Lord Janardana who carries a sword in his hand protect me at the end of the night. Night is about to end during Pratyusha time. Pratyusha means Usha means Ushodaya, early in the morning. Pratyusha means just before sunrise, that is during Brahma Murta time. May Lord Damodara protect me at dawn while sun is rising. And may Lord Vishweshwara protect me during the junction of day and night, Sandhya time. Srivastadama means the Lord has Srivasta on his body. Apararatra lasts from Nishita to Pratyusha. Apararatra would be from the 17th Gatika to 21st Gatika. 12:24 to 4 a.m. is the Apararatra. Pratyusha consists of 4 Gatikas at the end of the night, would be from 26th to 30th Gatika, 4 to 6 a.m. This is assuming day and night are equal in time. So in that way. So in whatever case, so these are the divisions. So in this way, he is requesting the Supreme Lord in his various forms to protect him at various time slots of the daytime, day and night time, so that the 24 hours he gets protection. So this is somewhat similar to the blessings requested by Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu also requested Lord Brahma. So I want immunity from this living entity, that living entity, this place, that place, daytime, night time, inside house, outside house, not on the earth, not in the sky, here, there, like that. So there Lord found a loophole and he killed him during the evening Sandhya time. But here, this Narayanakavac does not leaving any loophole only. Every place, every time, and every type of things it is looking for, it is going to give protection. So in that way. Anusandhya means the junction of the day and night, sunrise and sunset. So even the Sandhya also is asking during the Sandhya times, one is looking for protection. So during the junctions of day and night, is asking Lord Vishweshwara to protect him during morning Sandhya and evening Sandhya. So like that. So now the next 4 verses talks about seeking protection from Lord's various weapons, Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, and other bow, arrow, sword and disc, sword and shield. So protection from all these different weapons of the Supreme Lord. So that will be mentioned in the next verse.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, is there any specific significance of this particular form of the Lord to the time mentioned? Because if in all we see it is the Lord only know all the time. So what is the specific importance of saying particular this form should protect me at this time like that?
Yeah, there will be some relationship. I don't know exactly, but in the case of Ashtaprahara Lila, every Prahara is in connection to one rasa. Early morning hours for Vasale rasa, and then during the daytime it is like Sakya rasa. Evening and night time it is for Madhurya rasa. I like that. So different timings are connected to different rasas. The same way, different lords are connected to different pastimes. So in relation to time, I also don't know why exactly this is indicated, but there should be some connection somewhere. It must have been mentioned.
Mentioned. Okay. Okay. And one more thing, Prabhuji, like when we see the Prahlad Maharaj, that Narasingha Kavacham prayer is there na, in that also Prahlad Maharaj mentioned Lord protect my this part, that part, like that. But I have heard that devotees, senior devotees saying that actually such Kavacha, even the nursing Kavacha is not for the devotees because it is not
Your voice gone.
Prahlad never was worried about what is happening to his body, many assaults he had to bear. So, in that light, this prayer is also like because Indra wanted protection, that is why he's taking. That is how we should take it. But it is not at a level of pure devotion like that.
See, no need to analyze so much. Last week only we already said what Indra doing. Apparently, we may hear from many Bhagavatam speakers that Indra is so much attached to his position, post, always trying to disturb others by sending apsaras and always finding fault with others, causing trouble to others. Is so proud and so selfish. So these are all there from the external point of view. But if you really observe, so Indra is given a responsibility, and the responsibility is time bound. He was told that he has to take care of the entire universe for one Manvantara period. So if one is given one responsibility, somehow or other one should do that seva. He cannot give up. Okay, now the people are not cooperating, I'll give up. Not like that. So later on, we'll see today from the prayers. It is the Lord who gave them that service. When there is some problem in that service, whom they should approach? Lord only for protection. That's what it is now. Like a warrior, for example, five Pandavas, they are fighting in the Kurukshetra battle. Does the five Pandavas wear the armor or not when they go for fight? Krishna.
Hare Krishna, I can hear
Hare
you, Guru.
Krishna.
Ah. So like that. It even Mahabharata says that there are only three people know how to tie a armor in a special way so that no opponent warrior could break that armor. That one is Lord Krishna, second one is Arjuna, third one is Abhimanyu. Lord Krishna personally taught Abhimanyu. So when on the 14th day, on the 13th day, when Arjuna was taken by Samsastakas to a distant place, Abhimanyu was trying to dismantle a Chakra Vyuha, which they made to arrest the Yudhishthira Maharaj. So Abhimanyu alone was fighting with six Maharathis: Drona, Kripa, Ashwattama, Karna, Shalya, Duryodhana, Dushasana, Shakuni, all these great warriors was fighting alone. But no one was able to pierce one arrow to Abhimanyu. So at that time, Karna was defeated many times by Abhimanyu. So Abhimanyu, Karna comes to Dronacharya, asks, "What is this? Hey, this fellow seems to be more powerful than Arjuna. How can we defeat him?" Then Dronacharya says, "Yeah, we cannot defeat him. As long as the armor is there, you cannot do anything to him. You cannot reduce his energy to fight. The only way his armor can be removed from him is if you go behind and shoot the arrows." Dronacharya tells the secret. He did not inform Karna that he should go behind and do it. But Karna on his own decided that let me do it. Karna went behind and by shooting couple of arrows, he kind of removed the armor of our Abhimanyu. So then they could throw arrows into the body of Abhimanyu and then made him weak and eventually killed him. That is very like this. And even at one day, the next day when Arjuna was very much creating havoc to kill Jayadratha, at one point of time, Duryodhana comes to Dronacharya, "What is this? What are you doing? So you allowed Arjuna to go ahead. You should have stopped him here." So Arjuna, Dronacharya said that what I stopped. It is Arjuna who can go. Today Arjuna is like Kalabhairava. He is like Mahakal Rupa. No one can stop him. So then Dronacharya, Duryodhana said that no, you should go and stop him. Dronacharya says that I am not your servant. I am the commander in chief of the entire army. That side only Arjuna is there. His target is to protect, to kill Jayadratha. He is not killing. He is not looking at other warriors. But here the entire Pandava army killing Kaurava army. My service is to, my responsibility is to protect the army, not protect one Jayadratha. You and the entire Kuru warriors protect him. Go. And Duryodhana was already wounded and defeated very badly by Arjuna. So he said that no, I cannot fight with Arjuna so much. Then Dronacharya also gave one armor, mantra made armor to Duryodhana. That is also a special armor which Dronacharya knows. It is a physical armor with some mantra. So except the tips of the fingers, 10 tips of the fingers, and nowhere else Arjuna can shoot the arrows. So any arrow can be shot at other part of the body, would deflect and fall down, break into pieces. So Arjuna tells Krishna, what is this? Some magic is happening with Duryodhana. Then Lord Krishna tells, yeah, it is Dronacharya gave him a armor, except the fingertips, his body is nowhere else not vulnerable. Then Arjuna shoot one arrow, that one arrow expands into 10, and the 10 arrows went and pierces in 10 fingertips. Then Duryodhana gets unbearable pain and he falls back. So like that, this armor technology is there everywhere. It is not something new. So we should not see Indra to be a materialistic and all. This is common practice. Karna himself had a armor from birth, from the very birth, impenetrable armor. So like that. So try to be considerate as per the need of the hour. He is a warrior. He need to protect himself. So he is taking it. There is nothing like he is materialist or a spiritualist and all.
No, no, yes, I understood, Prabhuji. It was not for mm, you know, can undertake this or not. That is was only the point of question. But yes, in case of emergency, even the pure devotees may need it like that. Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji.
Chakram Yuganta Nalatikmanemi.
Chakram Yuganta Nalate.
Shvetaganga Mataji, you can reset, otherwise Madhavi Magod Mataji is not able to, the network is very poor. There is no continuity is there.
Hare Krishna. Chakram Yuganta Nalatigmanemi.
Brahmat Samantad Bhagavat Prayuktam.
Brahmat Samantad Bhagavat Prayuktam.
Dandagdi Arisainyamasu.
Dandagdi Arisainyamaashu.
Kaksham Yatavata Sako Hutasha.
Kaksham Yathavat Sakho Hutasha. Set into motion by the Supreme Personality of Godhead and wandering in all the four directions, the disk of the Supreme Lord has sharp edges as destructive as the fire of devastation at the end of the millennium. As a blazing fire burns dry grass to ashes with the assistance of the breeze, may that Sudarshan Chakra burn our enemies to ashes.
The Lord Chakra, with edges sharp like the fire of devastation, wanders everywhere, burns up the armies of the enemy, just as fire, friend of the wind, burns dry grass. So he is asking Sudarshan Chakra to protect him. In 4 verses, he recites mantras for protection by Lord's weapons. The chakra has a sharp edge like the fire, at the time of universal destruction. It moves everywhere, engaged by the Lord. Please burn up the armies of the enemy, just as fire burns the dry grass. So he is requesting that, just like the fire burns grass into ashes, oh Sudarshan Chakra, please burn all the armies of the enemy into ashes. So like that. That is from Chakra. Next, Gada. Hare Krishna, other devotees online also can recite. Gadeshani Sparshana Vispulinge.
गदे शनि
Gadeshan
स्पर्शने विस्फुलिंगे
Nishpindi Nishpindi Ajita Priyasi.
निस्पिंदि निस्पिंदि अजित प्रियासी
Kushmandavin Vinayaka Yaksha Raksho.
कुष्मांड विनायका यक्ष रक्षो
भूत भूत ग्रामां चूर्णय चूर्णयारीन्.
भूताग्रहा मां चूर्णय चूर्णयारिन्
Translation, Puji.
I don't have the translation, Prabhuji. I am speaking
Okay,
from the
okay.
Bible.
I will read, I will read. O club, giver of sparks as strong as lighting bowls, you are dear to the Lord. Tear up the Kushmandas, Vinayakas, Yakshas, Rakshasas, ghosts, and spirits. Pulverize my enemies. So in the previous verse, he was asking Lord's Chakra, which is like fire, burn up the enemy warriors, just like fire burns grass into ashes. So in this verse, he's asking the Gada. So my dear Gada of the Supreme Lord, who is like lightning bolts during the rainy season, just like the lightning bolt comes like that. So please tear up the Kushmandas, Vinayakas, Yakshas, Rakshasas, Bhuta, Preta, Pishashas, destroy them. So when there is thunderstorm, when there is lightning, wherever if it falls, if the people are there, they will die immediately. Then there is no possibility of surviving lightning storm in that way. O club, from which sparks like lightning emanate, pulverize the Kushmandas. So these Kushmandas, Vinayakas, Yakshas, Rakshasas, Bhuta, Preta, Pishas are very powerful. So उनको मारने के लिए भगवान का गदा को आमंत्रित कर रहे हैं. So like that. So चक्र हो गया, गदा हो गया. Now let us see. त्वं यातु दाना प्रमत प्रेतमातृ.
Tvam yatu dhana pramath pretamatra.
पिशाच विप्रग्रहघोरदृष्टिम्.
Pishacha vipragraha ghora drishtim.
धरेन्द्रविद्रावय कृष्णपूरितो.
Tarendra vidravaya Krishna purito.
भीमास्वनोरेर्हृदयानि कम्पयन्.
Bhimasvanore hridayani kampayan. O best of conscience, O Panchajanya, in the hands of the Lord, you are always filled with the breath of Lord Krishna. Therefore, you create a fearful sound vibration that causes trembling in the hearts of the enemies, like the Rakshasas, Pramata ghosts, Pretas, Matas, Pishachas, and the Brahman ghosts with fearful eyes.
So here is praying to the conch. Shanka Chakra Gada Padma. Chakra Gada are over. Now Shanka. It is called a Dharendra. Dara means Dharani, Prithvi. Dharendra is the king of the earth. From all the things that are produced from earth, Shanka is the best. So like that. O Kanch, O Panchajanya, filled with air by Lord Krishna and sounding fearsome, you cause the hearts of the enemy to tremble. Hridayani Vedarayat. Tumulo Abbenu Nanayat. So in the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, as the Pandavas blew their conch shells, Panchajanyam Rishikeshu Devadatta Dhananjaya, so, and also other Pandavas. So hearing that sound, the Kaurava army experienced tremor in their hearts. Same thing here is mentioned. Drive away the Yadudanas, Pramatas, Pretas, Mataras, Pishashas, and terrifying Brahmana ghost, Brahma Rakshasis. So like that. So, my dear Shanka of the Supreme Lord, by producing her terrible sound, drive away all these evil spirits. That is the request is asking. So, in that way.
Hare Krishna,
So,
Prabhuji.
yes, Mataji.
This Brahmana ghosts means those Brahmins who have become ghosts.
Those people who do Brahma Hatya, they become ghosts. It is said that they become ghosts.
Okay.
They are called Brahma Rakshasas.
So those who kill Brahmins or those who themselves are Brahmins and kill?
Both. Those who kill Brahmana, they also becomes Brahma Rakshasas. And those who are Brahmanas, but those who do not follow Brahmanical rules and regulations properly.
Okay.
So those who deviate from Brahmanical standards, they will also become Brahmanas, Brahma Rakshasas. Both the way, one becomes Brahma Rakshasa. So in that way. Tvam tigmadara sivarari shainyam. Vinit Prabhu.
Tvam twigmadharasi varari sainyam.
Isha prayukto mama chindi chindi.
Isha prayukto mama chindi chindi.
Chakshumshi sharman chatachadra chadaya.
Chakshumsi charman chatachandra chadaya.
Dvishamagona harapapa chakshusam.
Dvisham agonam har papa chakshusam. O sharp blade,
O
O best
sharp
use cover.
blade, O best of the swords, employed by the Lord, cut the troops of my enemy. O shield with 100 eyes, cover the eyes of the sinful enemies, cover the eyes of the sinful men. So, lotus is not a weapon. So, in this verse, the prayer is offered to the sword and shield. The sword is knife and the shield. In the sword fight, you see, one hand they will have sword, other hand they will have shield. So, round shield. So, in that way. So, he's asking to them, O sharp blade, O best of the swords, Asivara, O shield endowed with 100 moon symbols, cover the eyes of the sinful enemies. The shield possesses 1,000 moons. That means it is as bright as the 1,000 moons. So by looking at that, the eyes will be blocked. So with the sword, cut them off immediately. So something like that. So this is the prayer to the sword weapon of the Supreme Lord. So in that way, chakra, ghada, conch shell, and sword. Though conch shell is not a weapon, but the sound produced by the conch shell produces a lot of tremors in the hearts of the envious party. So in that way. So that is for the weapons of the Supreme Lord. Now in the next section,
Hare Krishna.
yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, the sword and shield of the Lord also has particular name. Like Gada is Kaumudiki and Shankha is Panchajanya. Like that sword of the Lord has any particular name?
Yes. Sword of the Lord also has a name. Just like the bow is called Kodanda. Kodanda Pani, we say. Or Saranga Danda. It is
Sharanga.
sometimes
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is sometimes called Saranga, sometimes called Kodanda. Similarly, the sword also has a name. Yeah, good that you reminded me, but I don't remember. I'll let you know. Maybe afterwards I'll
Okay.
post in the group. But sword also has a
Okay.
special name, very good name. Sometimes it comes, that name is mentioned in the Bhagavatam. When Lord goes with a sword.
And shield also, Prabhuji. Shield also has name.
Shield name we don't know so much, but sword
Okay.
name is there. I do remember. I read somewhere
Okay,
some
thank
name
you.
is there.
Pradeep.
Anyone knows in the class what is the name of the sword of the Lord?
Prabhuji, Google is showing Nandaka.
Huh?
Google is showing Nandaka.
Nandaka, maybe I'm not sure. There should be one more name. Thoda long name tha. Not
Nandaka
Nandaka.
meaning source of joy.
No. Sword name.
हाँ sword name वो दिखा रहा है.
Not that. Not Nandaka. Some other name. I read in Bhagavatam or Mahabharata somewhere. Some name is there. Yenno. So text number 2720. Now, in the next section, there is a prayers onto the different energies of the Supreme Lord. Yenno bayam grahebhyo bhut. Yeah. Someone repeat.
यन्नो भयं ग्रहेभ्यो भूत
Ketubhyo nrubhya eva cha.
केतुभ्यो नृभ्य एव च
Sarusripebhyo damshribhyo.
सरीसृपेभ्यो दंष्ट्रिभ्यो
Bhutebhyo mobhya eva cha.
भूतेभ्यो मोभ्य एव च
Sarvani etani bhagavan.
सर्वाणि एतानि भगवन्
Namarupānukirtanāt.
नामरूपानुकीर्तनात्
Prayantu sakshayan sadyo.
प्रयान्तु संशयं सद्यो
Yena shreya pratipaka.
येन श्रेया प्रतीपका. May the glorification of transcendental name, form, qualities, and paraphernalia of the Supreme Personality of Godhead protect us from the influence of bad planets, meteors, envious human beings, serpents, scorpions, and the animals like tigers and wolves. May it protect us from the ghosts and the material elements like earth, water, fire, and air. And may it also protect us from lightning and our past sins. We are always afraid of these hindrances to our auspicious life. Therefore, may they all be completely destroyed by the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Yeah. Here he says, may all our fears arising from planets, meteors, humans, snakes, and scorpions, sharp-toothed animals, ghosts, and sins unfavorable to our well-being, be destroyed by the chanting continuously the name and forms of the Lord, by Namakirtan and Rupa Kirtan. So by that, one is seeking protection from all these things: planets, meteors, Grahebhyo, Ketubhyo, Sarisrupebhyo, the Samsribhyo, Bhutebhyo, Amhobhyo. So Sarvani Etani. Bhagavan Nama Rupanu Kirtanat. Nama Kirtan, Rupa Kirtanam, that too Anukirtanam. So one will be protected from all these planetary and ghostly influences. Shreya Pratipaka means unfavorable for our well-being. So all these evil elements which are not favorable for our spiritual growth can be removed if we continuously do Nama Kirtan and Rupa Kirtan. So in that way. Because since Nam is non-different from the Supreme Lord and Rupa is also non-different from the Supreme Lord. In that way, when we chant the name or remember the form of the Lord, Lord is always there. So wherever Lord is there, all such evil elements won't be there. So that is the understanding. So next. Garudo Bhagavan Shrotra.
Garudo Bhagavan Stotra.
Sobhas Chandamaya Prabhu.
Sobhas Chando Maya Prabhu.
Rakshatu Ashesha Krichebhyo
रक्षत्व अशेषकृच्छ्रेभ्यो
Vishwaksenaha Swanamabhihi.
विश्वक्सेन स्वनामभिः. Lord Garuda, the carrier of Lord Vishnu, is the most worshipable Lord, for he is as powerful as the Supreme Lord himself. He is the personified Vedas and is worshipped by selected verses. May he protect us from all dangerous conditions. And may Lord Vishwaksena, the personality of Godhead, also protect us from all dangers by his holy names.
May Garuda, praised in verses of the Samas, the personified Vedas, protect us from unlimited miseries. May Vishwaksena protect us from miseries by his names. So basically here, by chanting the name of Garuda and by chanting the name of Lord Vishwaksena, one is looking for protection. Even normally, in our day-to-day observation, whenever a particular Vedic samskara is performed, the samskara begins with Ganesh mantra. The priest will chant Ganesh mantra, praying that okay, let there be no obstacles and things should complete properly. So in Sri Vaishnava tradition, instead of chanting the Ganesh mantra at the very beginning, they chant Garuda mantra and Vishwaksena mantra. And Garuda and Vishwaksena are the two personalities who take the responsibility of protecting and making sure that activity is happening properly. So yesterday, His Grace Shyamanand Prabhu was saying that for the last many decades, every year during Gaurumandala Parikrama in Mayapur, there used to be some unexpected events which are not favorable, which are very painful events. Sometimes the pandal would get burnt. Sometime the people were drowned in the Ganga. Sometimes some people's body limbs were broken, legs are broken, hands are broken, and something small things here and there. Sometimes very serious things also would take place. And they consulted someone and they said, no, you need to have proper protection measures. So afterwards, the first day, at the very beginning of this Navadip Mandal Parikrama, they erect the janda, the Dvajastamba, Dvajarohana, they do before the beginning of the entire yatra. And by chanting the mantras of Garuda and Vishwaksena, because Garuda and Vishwaksena take the responsibility of protecting the surrendered souls of the Lord Vishnu. So then, after the entire parikrama is over, again they lower the Dvajastamba, the Dvajarohana, that agenda. So it is said that after doing, since the time they started doing it, there is a considerable amount of reduction in happening of such kind of unpleasant things. Now things are happening very smoothly and everyone is in complete safety. So that's what it is said. I was just hearing about it yesterday only. Was telling us yesterday. So like that. So Garuda is prayed for protection and also Vishaksena is prayed for protection from all kinds of impediments in one's day-to-day life. So it is like that. For everything we generally chant Namaste Narasimhaya prayer. But in Sri Vaishnava tradition, they actually chant the mantras addressing to Garuda and Vishaksena for their protection. Because they are just like Narsingadev, we chant Lord Narsinga's name always, like that they chant these names whenever there is a need for protection. So like that. Garuda is praised in the Burasama and Ratantara Sama. Another version is Sotra Stoba Chandomaya. In that case, Soba can mean syllable of the Gita and Puranas. So basically, when Garuda flies with his wings, when the wings are moving up and down, that moving up and down produces Samaveda mantras. So that's why Garuda is also called as Chandomaya. So the personality made up of Vedas, when wings are waving here and there, that waving of the wings produces the mantras of some Samaveda. So like that. That is the speciality of Garuda. So, in that way.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, who is Vishwaksena? I'm sorry, I don't know.
Vishwaksena is also Lord's one of the expansion. So he is like Visena. There is Vaikuntha abode, and Vaikuntha abode is continuously protected and guarded by Vishwaksena. He is the protector of the abode of the Supreme Lord. And Garuda will be always flying above the Vaikuntha abode, and Vishwaksena will be located at one place, and he will be looking after the entire protection. It's like there is a protection department, and he is the head of that department. So in that way.
Security Department.
Hare Krishna,
Yes,
Prabhuji.
Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Something like the 4 directions are protected by 4 deities. So something like that. The Vaikuntha.
That is there. That's the second
So one of
quadruple
them is-
expansion, Chaturviha, Sasudeva, Sankarsana, Pradyumna, and Ruddra, they were said that they were protecting all unlimited Vaikuntha planets, Vaikuntha abodes from 4 directions. That is there.
So Vishwaksena is also one of them, right?
No, not Vishwaksena is not one of them, but Vishwaksena is exclusively responsible for protecting the abode of Lord Vishnu.
So which abode of
So,
Lord Vishnu means which?
Vaikuntha.
Vaikuntha.
So we can say that the 4 quadruple expansions are general protectors, but he is the main protector.
Okay.
Vishwaksena is the main person responsible for that seva.
Thank you.
So in
Hare
every
Krishna,
Sri Vaishnava
Prabhuji,
temple,
here.
one second, Mataji. In every Sri Vaishnava temple, if you visit them, the main Garbhagruha is there. When you take darshan, when you come out, somewhere there is Vishwaksena deity is there. Always. Chakra Talwar, Sudarshana, and Vishwaksena. And in front of Lord Vishnu's deity, somewhere nearby Garuda. All these deities are always there in all different directions. So Garuda will be in the front side of the deity, main deity, and Vishwaksena will be one side, and the chakra, Sudarshan chakra will be on the other side. So like that, in every Sri Vaishnava temple, we can see them always guarding the entire premise. So like that. Yes, Mataji. Madhavi Gopi Mataji. Okay. सर्वापद्भ्यो अरेर्नामा
Sarvapadbhyo Harirnama.
रूपयानायुधानिना
Rupayana Yudhanina.
बुद्धीन्द्रियमनप्राणान्
Buddhi Indriya Mana Prana.
पान्तु पार्षदभूषणा.
Antu Parshada Bhushana.
May the
May the
Lord's names. You have the book with you?
I have it now, Prabhuji.
Okay. Please read.
May the Supreme Personality of Godhead's holy names, his transcendental form, his carriers, and all the weapons decorating him as personal associates protect our intelligence, senses, mind, and life air from all dangers.
May the Lord's names, forms, vehicles, and weapons, as well as the Lord's main associates, Vaikuntha Vasis, protect our intelligence, senses, mind, and life airs from all dangers. Ajamila is one classical example we recently studied. He chanted Lord's name, and the Vaikuntha Vasis came and protected him. So like that. So Nama Rupa Yana means vehicles, and Ayudhani weapons. The names of the Lord, forms of the Lord, vehicles of the Lord, and weapons of the Lord. All these 4, they are always ready to protect the devotees, and also the associates. Parshada Bhushana means the chief associates of the Supreme Lord. Parshada means associates, Bhushana means the special associates. The close associates of the Lord, like the 14 gatekeeper, they are always ready to protect Lord and Lord's devotees in all directions. So like that. Yata hi Bhagavaneva. Krishna, someone repeat.
Oh, yatha hi Bhagwan eva.
Vastuta sadasachayat
Vastutaha sad asachayat.
satyenanena na sarve
Tatyenanena nah sarve.
yantu nasham upadrava.
Yantu nasham upadravaham. The subtle and gross cosmic manifestation is material, but nevertheless it is non-different from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, because he is ultimately the cause of all causes. Cause and effect are factually one because the cause is present in the effect. Therefore, the absolute truth, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, can destroy all our dangers by any of his potent parts.
May the Supreme Lord, who is actually all the universe, destroy all our misfortunes by the truth. So basically, here is saying that the Supreme Lord is the universe itself. So any impediment that can come within the universe, may He protect me from that. So like that. The Lord is actually this universe made up of cause and effect, Sat and Asat, because it arises from His external energy, His Shakti. By that vow, may all our misfortunes be destroyed. Because the universe is manifested from Lord's external energy, Vairanga Shakti Maya Devi. So I am in this universe. Any impediment to me that comes from the universe only. So may the Lord protect me in that way. This means if the Lord is actually the universe, our misfortunes will certainly be destroyed. This is similar to saying if the Vedas are proof, then certainly it will happen. Because Shastra say that the Lord is expanding the universe. So if the universe is Lord Himself, Lord can protect anything within the universe. So I have complete faith. May the Lord protect me from anything in this universe. So like that, he is praying. So everything and anything within the entire universe is asking for protection. So like that. So next. एतैकात्म्यानुभावानां
यथैकात्मानुभावानां
विकल्पारहिता स्वयं
विकल्पारहिता स्वयं
भूषणायुधा लिङ्गाख्या
भूषणायुधलिङ्गाख्या
धत्ते शक्तिः स्वमायया
धत्ते शक्ति स्वमायया
तेनैव सत्यमानेन
तेनैव सत्यमानेन
सर्वज्ञो भगवान् हरिः
सर्वज्ञो भगवान् हरिः
पातु सर्वै स्वरूपेण
पातु सर्वैः स्वरूपेण
सदा सर्वत्र सर्वगा.
सदा सर्वत्र सर्वगा. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, the living entities, the material energy, the spiritual energy, and the entire creation are all individual substances. In the ultimate analysis, however, together they constitute the Supreme One, the Personality of Godhead. Therefore, those who are advanced in spiritual knowledge see unity in diversity. For such advanced persons, the Lord's bodily decorations, His name, His fame, His attributes and forms, and the weapons in His hands are manifestations of the strength of His potency. According to their elevated spiritual understanding, the omniscient Lord, who manifests various forms, is present everywhere. May He always protect us everywhere from all calamities.
So he just continues. In the previous verse, he said that if the Lord is universe, let He protect me, everything within the universe. Now we will say that If the Lord is omnipotent, let he protect me from every powerful person. If Lord is omnipresent, let he protect me from every place. So like that, he is asking, he is going to pray. May the all-pervading, omniscient Lord protect us at all times and at all places by his many forms. If it is true that he is non-different from his Shaktis, such as his ornaments, weapons, forms, names, and that he still maintains them by his Swarupa Shakti. Abhinnatvam Namanamine. If that statement is true, he should protect us from everything and everywhere and everything, everyone. So like that. Just as the Lord who is non-different from his Shaktis, which are one because of being spiritual, holds those Shaktis such as ornaments, weapons, forms, and names by the truth. May the Lord protect us. Ornaments refers to such as the Kaustuba. Weapons means such things as the chakra. Forms are the four-armed forms and two-armed forms. Four-armed as Vishnu, Narayana, two-armed Rama, Krishna, etc. These are his names. These and his names are his Shaktis, which are transformations of his Swarupa Shakti. The Lord endowed with his Swarupa Shakti, Swamaya, is the eternal energy arising from his Swarupa, supports these transformations of his Swarupa Shakti. So basically, he is asking that if the Lord is expanding into these multifarious forms, may he protect me in all places at all times, in all from all directions, like that. So Madhvacharya quotes from Shruti in this regard, Ato Maya Mayam Vishnum Pravadanti Manishina. The wise people say that Lord Vishnu is composed of Maya. Maya means is eternal energy. Here Maya means not Mahamaya, but Maya means Yoga Maya. Lord is always composed of his Yoga Maya, which is expanding in various ways, various forms, always for the safety of the Lord and his devotees. So like that. So if the Lord is everywhere, if the Lord is everything, if the Lord is all powerful, he should protect. If that is true, it should be. It is easy for him to protect, so he should protect. Like that, he's telling. Just like our acharyas write in their bhajan that if the Lord is Dinabandhu, so I am the most Dina, so he should protect me. And as some acharyas say that if Lord is called Patita Pavana, so if he should prove that he is Patita Pavana by delivering me, because there is no more Patita than me. So like that. So just like acharyas say in the bhajans, so here also this mantra also says, if Lord is so and so, it is easy. So he should protect and show that he is that. Otherwise, there is no point in calling him like that. In that way. If it is true that the Lord is not different from his ornaments, weapons, and forms, since they arise from his Swarupa Shakti, by this true proof, may the Lord, who is all pervading in time and place, protect us by all his forms. So like that. The Lord's omniscience indicates that he knows our deepest faith in him. Therefore, he knows this condition we are expressing. So like that. If Lord is so and so, he should prove it by protecting us. So like that, it is been indicated in this prayer. Any questions? All of you are following?
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, this kavach is to be recited only in times of danger, or if people recite it every day, that is also, there is nothing wrong with it.
See, normally kavach is worn only when you go for war. So normally may not be required completely. Since it is mantra kavacha, one can wear other times also. But the physical kavacha, you cannot sleep by wearing it. It's very heavy and very hard, very strong. You can't move the body here and there so much. So generally it is meant for war. But here in the case of Narayanakavac, it is mantra kavacha, even other times also. Because it is not only giving us protection from war, it is giving us protection from all different times and places and all different things also. So it can be taken for other times also. But if there is a need, one should wear it. That like that you can understand. Other devotees, anyone has any questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Mataji.
Prabhuji, when we in our life, when we seek protection of this, suppose if we seek protection of this type, is it like asking for personal favor?
No. See, this is actually helping us practicing bhakti in a more favorable way. In Bhakti we study na Anukulasya Sankalpa. So whatever is favorable for our practice of bhakti, accept it. Pray for it. There is nothing wrong in it. Here Indra is taking this Narayanakavac so that he can get his service back. It is not for his self gratification. It is for seva only. So there is nothing wrong like that. If we fall sick, we can pray, my dear Lord, please cure me from this disease. That so that we can do service better. Otherwise, what is the use if we are simply sleeping on the bed and without chanting and without doing any seva? In that good condition, I pray and become recovered and then do some service. That is good.
Yes, Prabhuji, makes sense.
Like that.
Thank you.
So next verse. Vidikshudikshurdvamadastamantad
Vidikshudikshurdvam adha samantad
Antarbahirбhagavan Narasimha
antar bahir bhagwan narasimha
Prahapayallokabhayam svanena
prahapayan lokabhayam svanena
Swatejasagrasta samastateja
svatejasagrasta samasthatejam. Prahlad Maharaj loudly chanted the holy name of Lord Narasimhadev. May Lord Narasimhadev, roaring for his devotee Prahlad Maharaj, protect us from all fear of dangers created by stalwart leaders in all directions through poison, weapons, water, fire, air, and so on. May the Lord cover their influence by his own transcendental influence. May Narasimhadev protect us in all directions and in all corners, above, below, within, and without.
May Lord Narasimha, who completely destroys fear in this world by his roaring and who swallows all power by his effulgence, protect us in all ordinal and cardinal directions, up and down, all around, inside and outside. So this is the final prayer unto Lord Narasimhadev. Though having concluded his prayers for protection by various forms of the Lord, he again prays with one mantra for protection from all terrifying form of Narasimhadeva. So when I was preparing for this, I was remembering that Hiranyakashipu requested immunity from all different conditions, time, place, circumstances, people, here, there, etc. But Lord Narasimhadeva came and destroyed him. That means Lord Narasimha can award better protection than the blessings that Brahmaji gave to Hiranyakashipu. So in that way, finally everything has been asked by other deities. All put together is asked from Narasimhadeva. So in that way. Or Lord Narasimha can mean the devotee of Lord Narasimha Prahlada. In that case, the meaning would be, may Prahlada, who destroys fear in this world by loudly chanting the name of Lord Narasimha, who swallows up the power of all elements, weapons, poison, and chanter, elephants of the directions by his own powers, please protect us. Just like Prahlad Maharaj chanting the name of Lord Narasimha was protected from all the difficulties that was given by his father. So let us chant like Prahlad Maharaj so that we can also get protection that Prahlad Maharaj received from all dangers. So these are different mantras of Narayanakavacha. So Vishwarupa taught this mantra to Indra. By chanting this mantra, Indra will be equipped with that Narayanakavacha. So with that Narayanakavacha, Indra defeated Asuras and gained the kingdom. But just to assure our Indra, he will tell the power. Magavanidamakhyatam
Magavanidamakhyatam
Varma Narayanatmakam
Varma Narayanatmakam.
विजेष्यसे अंजसायेन
Vijesyase Anjasayena.
धंसितो सुरयूतपान्.
Damsito Surayuthapan. Vishwarupa continued, O Indra, this mystic armor related to Lord Narayana has been described by me to you. By putting on this protective covering, you will certainly be able to conquer the leaders of the demons.
He says that, my dear Indra, wearing this Narayana Kavacha, you will certainly defeat the Asuras without any difficulty. एतद्धारयमाणस्तु
एतद्धर्यमाणस्तु
यं यं पश्यति चक्षुषा
यं यं पश्यति चक्षुषा
पदा वा संस्पृशे सद्या
पदा वा संस्पृशेत् सद्य
साधवसात् स विमुच्यते.
साधवसात् स विमुच्यते. If one employs this armor, whomever he sees with his eyes or touches with his feet is immediately freed from all the above mentioned dangers.
If one employs this armor, whoever he sees with his eyes or touches with his feet, he is immediately freed from all fears. One who is touched by a person wearing this armor becomes free of all fears. What to speak of the person wearing it? Even just touching this armor, one becomes freed from all the fears. Then what to speak of wearing it? So that's how Vishwarupa is indicating confidence in Indra. So then he says that Na kutaschid bhayam tasya
Na kutaschid bhayam tasya
vidyam dharayato bhavet
vidyam dharayato bhave
raja dasyu grahadibhyo
raja dasyugrahadibhyo
व्याधि आदिभ्यश्च करिः चेत्.
vyadhi adibhyascha karhichet. This prayer, Narayana Kavach, constitutes subtle knowledge transcendently connected with Narayana. One who employs this prayer is never disturbed or put in danger by the government, by plunderers, by evil demons, or by any type of disease.
Yeah. One who employs this prayer will have no fear from the government, plunderers, and evil demons, or from any type of disease at any time. So one will not experience any fear from anyone and everywhere, anywhere. So that is the protection offered by this particular Narayana Kavacha. Imam Vidyam Pura Kaschet
Imam vidyam pura kaschit
Kaushiko Darayan Dvija
kaushiko dharayan dvija
Yoga Dharanaya Swangam
yogadharanaya swangam
Jehausa Marudanavi Danvani.
jahausa marudanvani. O King of Heaven, a Brahmana named Kaushika formerly used this armor when he purposely gave up his body in the desert of mystic power.
So here it is said one case study is given. Previously, a Brahmana named Kaushika, using this armor, gave up his body in the desert by mystic power. So Kaushika Brahmana was wearing this armor. He had this armor, but somehow or other he had to give up his body in a desert. So his dead body was lying there only after death. So then what happened? Tasyopari vimanena
Tasyopari vimanena
Gandharva patirekada
Gandharva patirekada
Yayau chitrarata sribir
Yayo chitraratha stribhir
Vrato yatra dvijakshaya.
Vrito yatra dvijakshaya. Surrounded by many beautiful women, Chitraratha, the king of Gandharva Loka, was once passing in his airplane over the Brahmana's body at the spot where the Brahmana had died. Hare Krishna Prabhuji,
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt. That this is a subtle armor. How do you take it off and how long does this armor last?
How do you take it off? How long does it last? I don't know. There is subtle armor, na? There is no need to take it off also. But there will be some condition may be there. How to take it off also, there is some mantra might be there. And how long it will be there, how long it will not be there, some mantra may be there. Since it is subtle, yeah, just like in deity worship also, we invite the Lord, we do deity worship, and then we tell the Lord, my dear Lord, you can go back now. So, yeah, the detailed procedures may be there about that. Right now in the Bhagavatam, in this section, they are not given, but there may be such kind of narration in other places.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji.
So Chitraratha was traveling in his airplane once. So unfortunately, he was traveling just above this desert area where this Kaushiki Brahmana died. So as soon as he was going above this dead body, this desert area, his Ratha fell down. Ratha could not go ahead only as a result of the power of this Narayanakavac. The reason is the bones are still there. Even though Kaushik Brahmana died, his Asti is still there. That mantra is still intact upon the Asti. The armor is still intact upon the Asti. Because he died, he was wearing it, he died. So he did not chant Upasamhara mantra. It was still there with him, with his dead body. So this person fell down. Then what did he do? We'll see. Gaganyapata sadhya. Gagananyapata sadhya.
Gagananyapata satya.
Sadhya.
Savimano hi avaksira.
Savimano yavakshira.
Sa valakilya vachanat.
Astinata vismita.
Asti nyadaya vismita.
Astinadaya vismita.
Prasya prachi saraswatyam.
Prasya prachir saraswatyam.
Natva dama swamava anvagat.
Snatva dhama swamanvagat. Suddenly, Chitraratha was forced to fall from sky headfirst with his airplane. Struck with wonder, he was ordered by the great sages named the Valakilyas to throw the Brahmana's bones in the nearby river Saraswati. He had to do this and bathe in the river before returning to his own abode.
Since his Ratha was unable to go ahead, and along with Ratha he fell down there only. Then he requested what to do. He asked Valakilya sages. They said that this is because of this so and so reason, because of his Narayana Kavacha. The Narayana Kavacha will be with his body. As long as his body is there, no one can pass over through this land. So please take the bones and put them in the ocean and take bath, perform last rites. Then along with the bones, the Narayana Kavacha will be released, so that this entire area becomes free of this effect. So he did everything. Sri Shuka Uvacha. So one second. So like that, Vishwarupa, having taught the mantra in order to give confidence, also told a story. This is the power of mantra. Even not only a person while is living, the mantra, the armor works. Even when the person dies also, the armor will have its effect. That does not allow anybody else to trespass that area. Then what to speak of attacking him? That is the power of this weapon. So this is how the Vishwarupa taught everything to Indra and gave him sufficient confidence also. So last two verses of the chapter. Sri Shuka Uvacha.
Shri Shuka Uvacha.
Ya idam shrunuyat kale.
Ya idam shrunuyat kale.
Yo dharayati chadrita.
Yo dharat धारयति चाद्रतः
तं नमस्यन्ति भूतानि
तं नमस्यन्ति भूतानि
मुच्यते सर्वतो भयात्.
मुच्यते सर्वतो भयात्. Shri Shukadev Goswami said, "My dear Maharaj Parikshit, one who employs this armor or hears about it with faith and veneration, when afraid because of any conditions in the material world, is immediately freed from all dangers and is worshipped by all living entities."
Hmm. One who wears this armor or hears about it with faith is immediately freed from all dangers and is worshipped by all other living entities. So that is the Falashruti of this particular chapter. Etam vidyam adhigato
एतां विद्याम् अधिगतो
vishwarupa cha takratu
विश्वरूपा च तक्रतु
trailokya lakshmim bhuje
त्रैलोक्या लक्ष्मीं बुभुजे
vinirjitya mrude suran.
विनिर्जित्या मृढेसुरान्. King Indra, who performed 100 sacrifices, received this prayer of protection from Vishwarupa. After conquering the demons, he enjoyed all the opulences of the three worlds.
King Indra, who performed 100 sacrifices, that's why it's called Shatakratu. Shatakratu word is used. Shatakratu means 100 kratus he performed. After receiving this prayer from Vishwarupa and conquering the demons, enjoyed the wealth of the three worlds. So now he has become the Swami of the entire universe and he was enjoying happily. So like that. Previously also he was Swami, he made a mistake. As a result of that, he lost everything. Now he became again Swami, he will make another mistake. Again, he is put into trouble. That will be the next chapter. So like that. Any questions?
Prabhuji, in the purport
Prabhuji.
it is written, one must receive all kind of mantras from a bona fide spiritual master, otherwise the mantras will not be fruitful. So meaning even if somebody gets this Narayanakavac, it should be given him, it's at least successful, otherwise it is not fruitful, no?
You are getting in disciple section only, na? Sukadeva Goswami is speaking in the Bhagavatam and it is coming through Parampara.
Achha. Okay.
Have you heard about Narayana Kavacha mantra previously from somebody?
No, Prabhuji.
So then no problem. So today you are reading Bhagavatam in the line of Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Guru Shishya Parampara. If this parampara is bona fide, the mantra will act.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So don't worry. But anyway, for us we are studying Bhagavatam. You are not going to wear this armor, are you? But in any
Prabhuji.
case, we can. This is one procedure that by chanting Lord's names, Lord is personally present and he will protect us. This is basically Abhinatva Nama Namini. The mantra is nothing but it is an armor made up of Lord's different noble names only. One who constantly chants Lord's holy name is one is that person is protected from all dangers of this world. So in that way. Anyone else have any questions?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. We'll have a small break and we'll continue with the next chapter, chapter 9. Correction. Hare Krishna. Keywords are there.
Hare Krishna, brother.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, brother.
Hare Krishna. So now, as I just mentioned, so after Samudra Manthan episode, Indra became the king of the entire universe. But as a result of the opulences, he became kind of indifferent to the arrival of his guru. He could not receive him properly. So he lost everything. Then by Brahma's suggestion, they approached Vishwarupa and then made Vishwarupa as their priest, and Vishwarupa taught them Narayanakavac. With that, he defeated all the asuras. Again, he resumed his position and power. Now, in this chapter, we'll see he will make another mistake. Again, things come back to the same position. Again, they will take shelter of the Lord, and Lord will help them. They will again regain their position. Again, they make one more mistake. So we can, I mean, from this we can one side we may understand. So Indra is keep doing mistakes. One may come up with that kind of judgment. Other judgment is that even though a person may be very good, but this world is like that. In this world, even a good person also had to make so many mistakes again and again. Sometimes mistakes are done voluntarily, knowingly they are done. They know that is a mistake, but that the need of the hour is to be done. They will do it. At other times, the mistakes are done because of unable to take proper decision, because of some confusion. And other times the mistakes happens. What can be done? There is no other, because of indifference, because of inattentiveness, it happens. So previously we saw that Shastra says one who is sitting on the Simhasan should not get up, whoever comes. The same Shastra also says when one spiritual master comes, one should receive. So Brihaspati came late. He should get up or not get up. He was in confusion. He did not get up. So he lost, he made a mistake. Now in this chapter, he is priest, a kind of guru, Vishwarupa. But Vishwarupa was supposed to protect them, he is also protecting the asuras. So he is in again confusion. He is afraid of what is going to happen. If Vishwarupa, he has given Narayanakavac, we become victorious. If Vishwarupa gives the same Narayanakavac to asuras, what will happen? We will be defeated by asuras. So Indra is going to kill Vishwarupa as a because of the circumstances which are creating an impending danger. So अपने आप को and सभी देवताओं को बचाने के लिए he took the decision of killing his temporary guru Vishwarupa for what Vishwarupa is doing. So that will be discussed in this chapter. In the ninth chapter, Indra kills Vishwarupa. Swasta produces Vrtrasura, and the Lord, after being praised by the Devatas, instructs the Devatas how to obtain the thunderbolt to kill Vrtrasura. So these are the different topics in this chapter. It is a big chapter, lot of prayers are there. Text number 21 to 45. These are all prayers only. So lot of discussion is there in this chapter. Let's see. Sri Shuka Uvacha.
Shuka Uvacha.
Tasyasan Vishwarupasya
Tasyasan Vishwarupasya
Shiramsi Trini Bharata
Shiramsi Trini Bharata
Somapitam Surapitam
Somapitam Surapitam
Annadam iti Sushruma.
Annadam iti Shushruma. Sri Shukadev Goswami continued. Vishwarup, who was engaged as the priest of the demigods, had 3 heads. He used one to drink the beverage Somras, another to drink wine, and the third to eat food. O King Parikshit, thus I have heard from authorities.
Sukadeva Goswami speaking to Parikshit Maharaj. O king, I have heard that Vishwarupa had 3 heads. With one head, he would drink somarasa. With one head, he would drink wine. With the third head, he would eat food. So he is Guru, but he is drinking Somarasa. And so Somarasa is okay, but Surapitam. Somarasa is what Devatas drink. Surapitam is what Asuras drink. That also is drinking. And third one is Annadam, which humans eat, Anna, food. So in that way. Somapitam means drinking Soma. Annadam means eating food. The Shruti also describes Vishwarupa's position. Vishwarupo vai Twashtra Purohito Devanam Asit. Vishwarupa Sanat Twashta was the priest of the Devatas. This is stated in Mahabharata also. So whatever it is, he had 3 mouths and he had 3 activities to do. First of all, the problem with Vishwarupa is he is drinking Surapanam. Surapana means not the liquor of the Devatas, it is actually literal liquor of the Asuras. Somapaitam, Soma is Devatas beverage, Sura is Asuras beverage, that is drinking. So then what happened? Savai barhishi devebhyo.
Savai Barishi Devebhyo
Savai
Bhagam pratyaksha muchakai.
Bhagam Pratyakshamuchakai
Adadad yasya pitaro.
Adadadyasya Pitaro
Deva saprashrayam nrupa.
Deva Sapashrayan Nripa. So Maharaj Parikshit, the demigods were related to Vishwarupa from his father's side, and therefore he visibly offered clarified butter in the fire while chanting mantras such as Indraya Idam Swaha. This is meant for King Indra, and Idam Agneya. This is for the demigod of fire. He loudly chanted these mantras and offered each of the demigods his proper share.
The important duty of the priest is continuously execute yajna, continuously perform yajna for the welfare of their master. So Vishwarupa is also always engaged in yajna. Having the Devatas as his father, he visibly offered the Devatas their share in the sacrifice with respect. So for the well-being of the Devatas, he would always perform yajna and he would loudly chant Idam Indraya Swaha, Idam Varunaya Swaha, Idam Agniya Swaha, Idam Diswaha, Duswaha, like that. He would very loudly chant and offer oblations to the Devatas for their well-being. Now, partiality to the demons is described in 2 verses. Visibly, with humility, he offered a portion to the Devatas saying, this is for Indra, this is for Agni. The reason is that his fathers were Devatas. His father is Twashta. Twashta is one of the 12 Adityas. Is the Devata side. Kashyapa and Aditi gave birth to Twashta, and Twashta's son is Twashta married Rachana, and they gave birth to Vishwarupa. And Rachana is from demons lineage. She is the daughter of the demons. So that is the problem. So father is Devata, for the welfare of Devatas, is offering oblations to the well-being of Devatas in a loud voice, in a visible way. But secretly is offering oblations to Asuras. Not loudly chanting, but very mildly chant within himself only, like how we do our japa, without getting heard by other people.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, ma'am.
Prabhuji, like Devata marrying Asura girl, is this called as a Rakshas Vivaha? There is something called as a Rakshas Vivaha, like Gandharva Vivaha,
Rakshasas
like that,
Vivaha
na?
means kidnapping someone and getting them married. It was like Lord Krishna kidnapped Rukmani. That is called Rakshasa Vivaha.
So this was allowed, Prabhuji, like Devatas marrying Asura girl, like.
If the girl is good, they can marry. Why not?
Okay.
So the girl was
And
born in Asura lineage, but she is good. She has good qualities. She can be married.
okay, okay.
Hmm.
So that is also one of the kind of vivaha, like, no, because there is also distinction, na, that Brahmana boy can marry Kshatriya or something like that, na, but Kshatriya cannot marry Brahmana girl like that. It is that vivaha is called something, na, some name is there. That is
them.
I
See,
was
that same Devatas are the superior category. They can marry any girl. Devata boys can marry Devata girls, Gandharva girl, or Rakshasa girl, Leksha girl, human girl also they can marry.
okay.
That is allowed.
But
Because they
opposite
are in
is
a
not
superior
allowed.
position, they can marry anybody.
Okay. Okay. So superior boy can marry the girl from inferior type of a category, but not the inferior boy can marry the superior girl. That is
Yes, 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 yes.
okay. Okay. And one more thing, Prabhuji, like whether the spiritual masters of Asuras, they also drink wine and all, that is official. Like the four regulative principle doesn't have anything to do with the Asura gurus or like that.
See, four regular principles are for human beings only, not for everyone. Don't apply upon them. They are much
Okay.
beyond. So, उनके लिए these rules are all like not required.
Okay, so Twashta taking wine from one mouth should be understood because his some part of his is an Asura from Asura lineage. That is why it is allowed for him like that.
Now, it is not that it is allowed. See, being the son of a devata, he is also a devata, so he can drink somarasa. That is enough. He don't have to drink the surapan. Surapan is the asura's beverage.
Yeah,
That is
but he is
not
doing enough
recommended.
from
He is doing
yeah
because
that's
he is also the son of his mother is from asura lineage. Na? Some qualities are coming from mother's category. As a result of that, he is doing that, which is not supposed to be done in the among the devatas. That is first mistake.
okay. So it is
Now,
mistake only. We consider it as a mistake, but because
it is
he's
a
doing it,
mistake.
it's okay. Okay,
It
okay,
is, yeah.
okay. Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Traditionally, at least you see the Brahmana family, they don't drink wine and all. If somebody drinks wine in the Brahmana family, what do they say? Notice have come upon you. ऐसा कभी कोई करते नहीं था. आप कैसे कर रहे हैं? Yes sir, no. So like that.
Dona like yeah. Yeah. Okay. Because I was thinking probably like for we are so strict about four regulative principles, and we say that if somebody breaks the four regulative principles, then he will not get Guru's mercy, and whatever mantras we are chanting, it will not be effective. So I was wondering that in spite of being such a exalted personality, Vishwarupa, and being the priest.
But what can be done? It is there strongly in his blood. He
There
cannot
his
avoid.
pious credits at okay, 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 Pooja. Thank you.
Saye vai dadau bhagam
सैव हि ददौ भागम्
paroksham asuran prati
परोक्षम् असुरान् प्रति
yajamano vahad bhagam
यजमानो वहत् भागम्
मातृस्नेहावसानुगा.
मातृस्नेहवशानुगा. Although offering clarified butter in the sacrificial fire in the name of the demigods, without the knowledge of the demigods, he also offered oblations to the demons because they were his relatives through his mother.
Yeah. Offering a share to the demons without the knowledge of the devatas, he had the demons obtain a share out of affection for his mother and motherly family. Paraksha means that he offered in a low voice some oblations to the demons so that the devatas did not notice. Offering that share, he had them attain it. His grandmother was a demon. So loudly was chanting mantras for devatas, silently was chanting mantras for asuras. And as a result of the yajna, both will become powerful. So Indra understood if he Vishwarupa starts doing more for asuras, then asuras will become more powerful. So they can defeat Indra and other devatas. Again, they become the rulers of the entire universe. So what is Indra supposed to do? Even one may say that no, he should have told Vishwarupa, telling that man, you should not do like that. And he will tell, I am not doing. Because he did not chant loudly. He was silently doing. Because Indra is so special, Indra is so powerful, he could understand what he is doing. But otherwise, he would say that, oh, I have not done, I have not done. So there is no use because that affection for mother and motherly family members is very strong in him. He cannot avoid that. Even Brahma also told that if you tolerate his partiality towards asuras, he will be a good priest for you. But that partiality towards asuras has become a big problem for Indra now. If this continues day and day, day after day after day, one day asuras also become equal or more powerful than the devatas. Then the devatas will be defeated. So what is the use of keeping Vishwarupa as their priest? He is the priest of the devatas, but he is favoring the asuras. So Indra cut off his head. So like that. For the well-being of the devatas only, cut off him. Taddeva helanam tasya
Taddeva helanam tasya
dharmalikam sureshwara
dharmalikam sureshwaraham
alaksha tarasabhitas
alakshatarasa bhitas
tash shirshani aichinadrusha.
Shirsani Achinadrusha. Once upon a time, however, the king of heaven Indra understood that Vishwarup was secretly cheating the demigods by offering oblations on behalf of the demons. He became extremely afraid of being defeated by the demons, and in great anger at Vishwarup, he cut Vishwarup's 3 heads from his shoulders.
Indra, understanding that Vishwarupa was cheating the devatas by offering oblations to the demons, angrily cut off Vishwarupa's 3 heads out of fear. He did it out of fear, not out of envy, not out of sense gratification, trade desires, and all. If Vishwarupa continues like this, very soon the asuras also will become equally powerful or more powerful. Then we cannot continue our seva. Indra was afraid that the demons would gain power by these oblations of Vishwarupa. Because Vishwarupa is a powerful person. We can do it in no time. So Indra was worried and cut off his 3 heads. Then what happened to Vishwarupa's 3 heads? Somapitam tu yattasya
सोमपीठं तु तत्यस्य
stira asit kapinjala
स्थिर आसीत् कपिञ्जला
kalavinka surapitam
कलविङ्कासुरापीठम्
annadam yattatittiri.
अन्नादं यत्सपीतरी. Thereafter, the head meant for drinking somarasa was transformed into a kapinjala, francolin partridge. Similarly, the head meant for drinking wine was transformed into a kalavinka, sparrow, and the head meant for eating food became a tikiri, common partridge.
Yeah. So the head with which he was drinking soma that becomes kapinjala bird, Franklin partridge. Previously, while writing the book, I was searching what is this bird. So it is Kapinjala bird is like you remember what is that bird which only drinks water coming from the rain?
Chatak bird.
Chataka bird. Even though many things are there in front of it, it will not look here and there. It only waits for the right time and drinks that rainwater only. No contaminated water. It does not. It only wants the pure water directly coming from the skies. That is Kapinjala. That is because that head was Somarasa drinking, so it is like heavenly and pure. So it only wants pure things. And the second head with which he was drinking Surapaitam, that Asura's beverage, Surapan, that head became Kalavinka, sparrow. So it is said that sparrows are those kind of birds who go to gutter and they eat only gutter. They eat only nasty food. Even the good food are next to them, they will not eat. They only eat bad food. That is Kalavenka bird. And the third one, which is meant for eating food, like our human beings, we eat food. It is neither the food of the devatas nor the food of the asuras. It is the food of the human beings. They are in between. So this is like Titiri bird. So Titiri bird is, even though it goes to bad places, gutter, but it does not eat gutter things. It tries to find out good things which are meant for its good health. It takes that only. It goes to both good places and bad places. It only takes what is good for it. So that is the nature of the Titiri bird. So like that. So the three heads became three birds. Then what happened? Now Indra had killed a Brahmana. He did Brahmahatya. So he will get punishment for that. Brahmahatyam Anjalina
Brahmahatyam Anjalinam
Jagrahayad Apishwara
Jagraha Yadapishvara
Samvatsarante Tadagam
Samvatsarante Tadagam
Bhutanam Sa Vishuddhaye
Bhutanam Sa Vishuddhaye
Bhumyambudurmayoshyabhyas
Bhumyam Vyudramayoshidya
Chaturda Vyabhajadari.
Chaturdha Vyabhajadhari. Although Indra was so powerful that he could neutralize the sinful reactions for killing a Brahmana, he repentantly accepted the burden of these reactions with folded hands. He suffered for 1 year, and then, to purify himself, he distributed the reactions for this sinful killing among the earth, water, trees, and women.
Since Indra was appointed by the Lord, he accepted the burden of these reactions with folded hands. He suffered for 1 year and then purify the elements of the body of his body. He distributed the reactions for this sinful killing among the earth, water, trees, and women. See, Indra did not do it for personal safety and all. Indra did it for the universal safety. He did it for everyone's well-being, but he took the reactions for himself. This is the nature of a devotee. So as a result of this Brahmahatya, he suffered for 1 year. 1 year he did not stay in Indraloka. He went to forest and performing tapasya for 1 long year. So as a result of that, his body consisting of four principal elements got purified. Earth, water, fire, air. Ether is not considered because ether does not get contaminated. Other four elements get contaminated. So he purified all the four elements. After 1 year, whatever leftover the sinful reactions are there that were given to earth, water, trees, and women. They agreed to take the remaining sinful reactions. So after 1 year only, Indra came back to his capital. So like that. After 1 year hard tapasya, Indra began to repent, thinking, an abominable person, I have committed a great sin of killing a Brahmana. Having killed him suddenly in anger and fear. So Indra became angry. First of all, he became fearful. If Shrupa continues like this, what will happen? The entire universe will be put into trouble. Then he became angry with Vishwarupa and cut off his head. Then he repented. I made a big mistake. I am an abominable person. What kind of person I am? This do not. I do not know where I will fall in hell. I should take the results now. If I don't go through the punishment right now, afterwards I'll go to hell for my mistake. So better let me go through the reactions right now. So Indra himself went to forest and for 1 year without eating and drinking he performed severe tapasya. As a result of that, some portion of the sinful reactions are nullified. He accepted the killing, thinking, let him burn me by his powers. This was because he was a devotee appointed by the Lord to his post. So this is the nature of Indra. We may think that okay, Indra is doing haphazardly and he is only selfish person like that. No, he is actually doing for the well-being of everyone, but he is personally taking the responsibility. That is the nature. That is the quality of the leader. That's why Lord Vishnu himself made him the leader of the Devatas, the king of the Devatas. Such a person should repent for his misdeeds. The intensity of the reaction lessened after a year of repentance, while he remained with bad reputation. After that, to purify the earth, water, air, and fire elements in his body, which had become impure by his sinful action, he divided the sin into four parts. Since ether cannot become impure, he purified only four elements and thus divided his sin into only four parts. But sin, because of this, sin in his antakarana remained in a subtle form. Though he underwent for 1 year long penance and all the remaining reactions he distributed to four people who are representing the four elements, but still, some way in the corner of his heart, some seed is still there. Some seed of the sinful reaction is still there. That later on became big, but because of this sin in the in Tatakarana remained in subtle form. That seed fructified in the form of killing a Brahmana once again with the killing of Vrtrasura. Later on, even though he knew that Vrtrasura is also a Brahmana, just like Vishwarupa is the son of Tvashta, Vrtrasura is also son of Tvashta only. He is another son. So he again has to kill the Tvashta's son. Once he killed the son of Vishwarupa, Tvashta, and Tvashta became very angry and he produced Vishwarupa. No, he produced Vrtrasura. And Indra knew, if I kill Vrtrasura, something big thing will happen. So still he was ready. That is because for the welfare of the entire universe, he was ready to go through any kind of pain also. So this time he went through reaction only for 1 year. But next time after killing Vrtrasura, he went through reaction for 1000 years or something like that. Later on we read in the 12th or 13th chapter, we'll read that how many years exactly, I don't remember. But for many years, 100 years or 1000 years, he was hiding himself within the waters and doing tapasya. He knew, knowingly he does that and he undergoes the reactions. So the reason is for the well-being of the entire universe. That is the quality of the leader. So like that. Oh,
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
ah,
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, can you hear me?
yes, yes.
Prabhuji, which element did trees and woman represent?
That we don't know. See, earth, water, fire, air, na? Fire, air, ka women and trees are there. I not exactly one-to-one
Hare Krishna.
correlation.
Sorry, Prabhuji. My network is weak. I couldn't hear it. I'll ask later.
So there is no direct one-to-one correlation, but whoever is ready to take his sinful reaction, he offered them. So in that way. Bhumisturyam jagraha
Bhumisturyam jagraha
katapura varena vai
Khatapura varena vai
irinam brahma hatyaya
Irinam brahma hatyaya
rupam bhumau pradrishyate.
Rupam bhumau pradarshayate. In return for King Indra's benediction that ditches in the earth would be filled automatically, the land accepted 1/4 of the sinful reactions for killing a Brahmana. Because of those sinful reactions, we find many deserts on the surface of the earth.
So he is going to distribute the remaining sinful reactions to four people. Since they are taking very graciously, Indra also gave them one blessing. Because they are getting a blessing, they have taken the sinful reactions. As a result of sinful reactions, they also go through some trouble. So both the trouble and the blessings are indicated in the next 4 verses. In return for King Indra's benediction that the ditches in the earth would be filled automatically, the land accepted 1/4 of the sinful reactions for killing a Brahmana. Because of those sinful reactions, there is barren land on the earth. So earth accepted 1/4. As a result of that, some place on the earth will be barren, and at the other place, the blessing, Indra gave a blessing to earth that whenever there is a ditches on the earth, whenever there is rain, the ditch will be automatically filled with water and mud, and eventually it will be leveled. So like that. If the ditches will become filled with water on their own, I will accept 1/4 of the sin. The earth accepted with this promise. Thus, some of the earth is barren, and it is forbidden to study the Vedas in such barren places, since sin resides there. So that's why we generally see the Gurukulas are constructed on the bank of rivers. Because on the bank of the river, the land remains fertile. The Gurukulas are never seen in the desert places, not in the barren lands. So because barren lands indicate this sin of Brahmahatya. So there one should not go and study there. It is not a good place for studies. So like that. Then next, the second one is water.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji,
Uh,
Prabhuji, Prabhuji, like can such sinful reaction of one person can be transferred to someone else like that?
it is there. Na? Here we are seeing it can be transferred if both of them accept. We see na, is that in that Yayati and Puru, Yayati transferred his old age to Puru.
Yeah, like that. But it is means it is accepted by the scriptures.
Yes.
Okay. And Prabhuji, here one more thing in the 6th verse it was written that although Indra was so powerful that he could neutralize the sinful reactions of killing the Brahmanas, still like you mentioned that because he is a pure devotee of the Lord, still in spite of having power he accepted the punishment or he accepted the purificatory processes. Then why did he transfer the remaining sins to someone like trees and
See,
women and earth like
he
that?
has to rule also. I think he also seva because the last 1 year he was in the forest only. How long he will continue? He has to go back to his kingdom and rule also, na? Rule the universe.
But like suppose someone innocent who has not done anything to accept somebody else's sinful reactions and suffer for that, so means they are the more glorified ones, na? Then
See, they are not accepting just like that.
or they are
If the
also in a
ditches
way
will
they are
become
also
filled with the
helping
water on their
Indra
own.
to rule the like.
See, those are accepting, they are accepting on the payment basis. You give me something, I'll take it. They are not doing for free of charge. So try to understand it here. So it is like that. So they are saying with Indra, if the ditches will become filled with hot water on their own, I will accept 1/4 of the
Okay.
sin. They are asking something and they are ready to do something. It is not for free of cost.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Suryam cheda virohena.
Okay.
Benit Prabhu,
Fine. Like
please.
that for everyone.
Benit
Suryam
Prabhu.
Sheda Virohena
Varena Jagrudruma
Varena Jagrudrumaha
Tesham Niryasarupena
Tesham Niryasarupena
Brahmahatya Pradrishyate.
Brahmahatya Pradrishyate. In return for Indra's benediction that their branches and twigs would grow back when trimmed, the trees accepted one fourth of the reactions for killing a Brahmana. These reactions are visible in the flowing of sap from trees. Therefore, one is forbidden to drink this sap.
Yeah. In return for Indra's benediction that their branches and twigs would grow back when trimmed, when cut, the trees accepted one fourth of the reaction for killing a Brahmana. These reactions are visible in the form of flowing sap from the trees. So the trees got a blessing. When some branches are cut, the new branch will come there. But the reaction manifests in the form of sap. When you cut some branches somewhere, the sap will come out. That is the result. The trees got the benediction that when the branches are cut, they would grow again. Because the sin is in the sap, it is forbidden to drink the tree's sap. Have anybody seen tall trees would produce a kind of liquid, white in color. People sell it in the villages and towns. There are different variety of tall trees. Some Karjura, local Indian Karjura trees, they produce some kind of liquid that is being sold very much in the villages. That is actually one kind of intoxicant.
Prabhuji, there is something like Mira, which they sell.
Yeah, they may say Miran also. It is ताल का liquid, ताल tree का liquid, ताल tree जैसे और tree villages में बहुत they sell a lot. So that is not supposed to be drunk because it is made up of tree sap and it is filled with this Brahmahatya. The next third person, Shashwat Kamavare Nama.
Shashvat Kama Varenam Has.
Suriyam Jagruhu Striya
Turiyam Jagruhu Striyam.
Rajo Rupena Taswamho
Rajorupena Tvasamho.
Masi Masi Pradrishyate.
Masi Masi Pradrishyate. In return for Lord Indra's benediction that they would be able to enjoy lusty desires continuously, even during pregnancy, for as long as sex is not injurious to the embryo, women accepted one fourth of the sinful reactions. As a result of those reactions, women manifest the signs of menstruation every month.
Yeah. So the third part is accepted by women. As a result of that, they have monthly menstruation, but they receive the blessing of um continuous enjoyment. So in that way. So first earth, second water, third the ladies, women, and the fourth is the trees. So in that way, the four of them accepted one fourth, one fourth, one fourth, one fourth of the sin of killing Vishwarupa. And they also got some blessing. They also go through some reaction. That is even still today also it is getting continued. This past time happened long back, and because the result is going on. But that means understand how powerful is Brahmahatya. So in that way. Dravya bhuyo varenapas
Dravya bhure na vyapas,
suriyam jagruhu malam
turiyam jagruhirmanam,
tasu budbuda penabhyam
tasu budbuda penabhyam,
drishtam tad dharati kshipan.
ishtam tadharati shitan. And in return for King Indra's benediction that water would increase the volume of other substances with which it was mixed, water accepted one fourth of the chemical reactions. Therefore, there are bubbles and foam in water. When one collects water, these should be avoided.
Yeah. In return for King Indra's benediction that water would increase the volume of other substances with which it was mixed, water accepted one-fourth of the sinful reactions. This is visible in bubbles and foam in the water. When one collects water, these should be avoided. So now, the blessing that water received is that if you add water to anything else, the volume or quantity of that object will increase. But on the other side, if you add something to water, it will not increase. For example, if you add a spoon of sugar or salt in the water, nothing will happen. It will be water will remain same. But if you add water to something else, the overall quantity will increase. That is the blessing water received. But the sinful reaction comes in the form of bubbles. So if you, whenever you see some water or liquid substances wherever the bubbles are there, that is not a good one to eat and not good one to drink. That bubbles represent sinful reactions. That should be avoided. So in that way, we'll see what it means. For the benediction of substances becoming more in volume by mixing with water, water accepted one-fourth of the sin. Drave Bhuya is another version. Substance becomes naturally liquid by mixing with water. Anything you add to water, that entity becomes watery. That is also, that means water does not lose its property, but other objects will lose their property. Sugar is solid. When you mix the sugar with water, sugar becomes a part of the water. When you add water to sugar, water never becomes sugar. Instead, sugar becomes water. That is a blessing received by water. So wherever water goes, it will remain as it is. So in that way. Because of that sin, bubbles and foams are seen in water as contamination. When drinking water, while drinking water, one throws out the bubbles. One should not take the water with bubbles. If one drinks water with bubbles, one then consumes sin. So when there are when there are bubbles on top of the water, that water should not be drunk. We should actually remove that bubbles portion and take the remaining portion. So that is how it is. So any liquid item with bubbles should not be accepted. One should be careful. Especially these soft drinks, Coca-Cola, Pepsi and all. If you open the Dakkan, then a lot of bubbles are formed on the surface. So that indicates Brahmahatya is situated there. So like that. Even sometimes in the rivers and water canals, you see, if the water is stored at one place only for a long time, the bubbles will be formed all over. That shows contamination. But a flowing river does not have any bubbles. So like that. So in this way, Indra,
Hare
for the
Krishna,
safety
Babuji.
of one second. Indra, for
Okay.
the safety of the entirely heaven and also the entire universe, had to kill Vishwarupa. And knowingly he killed Vishwarupa. He accepted that responsibility of killing a Brahmana. He went to forest, performed severe tapasya for 1 year. Then he came back. Still sinful reactions are there. He distributed them with some 4 people by giving a blessing to 4 of them. Then now he became free of that sin. But a small trace of that sin is still there in the heart. That will make him to kill another Brahmana afterwards. But in any case, now he has become freed from this. Now he resumed ruling the kingdom again. So, but on the other side, because Twasta lost his son by Indra, who appointed him as a priest and he only killed him. So Twasta became very angry and Twasta wanted to kill Indra. That will be mentioned in the next section. Yes, Mataji.
No, Prabhuji, I was just thinking when you said that whenever you see the bubbles in the water, it is indicated Brahma Hatya there. So I mean, how do you actually, uh, I mean, accept this, and how do you reconcile when you're drinking something with bubbles? Of course, now that you said we will be careful, but how do you understand this aspect? I'm not getting it.
That means, I mean, if we are accepting some substance with bubbles, we are
Hmm.
knowingly taking some some reaction of that Brahma Hatya, and we will see subtle point of view, that is Brahma Hatya sinful reaction. From gross point of view, if there is a bubble on the water, that means the water is polluted, water is contaminated. If we accept something which is contaminated, obviously we immediately go through some disease. It is very natural. We encounter this problem when you travel very frequently to different places. If you take water locally, you immediately become ill healthy. It is directly seen. It is not some big thing. It is normal thing only. We encounter this problem. Food poisoning, water poisoning, all these things are taking place very common nowadays. Because water is not pure. That's why people say that let us take only mineral water. Mineral water is universal. It is completely pure. But we don't know how far the mineral water is. From which water they made the mineral packets. That is also we are not sure. So in any case, when while taking water, we should be careful. I gave that example of cool drinks because when you open the cool drink bottle and you put in the glass, lot of bubbles are seen on the top. So just to avoid that, I said.
Got it, got it. That means you somehow unknowingly take that sinful reaction.
Yes.
Thank you, Babuji.
That will show in the form of physical disease or mental disease or wherever, grossly, subtly, whatever way. Slowly, eventually.
Okay, Babuji. Thank you.
So now Twasta. What Twasta is doing? Hataputra Sataspashta.
Okay, I'll recite, Prabhu.
Please.
Ataputra statastvasta
Juhavendraya Shatrave.
Juhavendraya satrave
Indra Satro Vivardasva.
Indrashastro vivardhasva
Machiram Jahivedvitsham.
Machiram jahi vidhi visham. 1 second. Okay. After Vishwarupa was killed, his father Twasta performed ritualistic ceremonies to kill Indra. He offered oblations in the sacrificial fire, saying, O enemy of Indra, flourish to kill your enemy without delay.
Yeah. After Vishwarupa was killed, his father Twasta performed sacrifice to kill Indra, saying, O enemy of Indra, flourish to kill your enemy without delay. So this line is the meaning of the last line. Indra Shatru Vivardasva Ma Chiram Jahi Vidvisham. Flourish to kill your enemy without delay. Ma Chiram, not after a long time. Immediately kill your enemy and flourish. Become happy. Something like that. So now, in the explanation, this one word is analyzed so much. Indra Shatru. If you all of you remember grammar that you have studied in your school days, it makes sense. Otherwise, also let us see what it means. So, from external point of view, the meaning is like this: O enemy of Indra, so please kill Indra and become victorious. By chanting that mantra, you are performing a sacrifice so that the sacrifice will produce a powerful son. Indra became free of the sin after 1 year at the beginning of Ashwina month. Leaving the forest where he performed austerities, he began to observe the ceremonies of that month. Twasta, hearing the death of his son, out of anger and grief, produced a means of killing Indra. His intention was to kill the enemy Indra. Thus, he prayed for increase of the strength of the enemy of Indra. However, the same words can be taken to mean increase the strength of Indra, the enemy. Thus, the meaning is opposite. So, before getting into the details, I'll tell you one small thing. Here, there is a compound word, Indra Shatru. So, when you chant a mantra, Indra Shatru, whichever part of the compound word you pronounce loudly, that takes the precedence. So, it is like this. Indra Shatru, that means, O enemy of Indra. You are giving a lot of emphasis on Shatru. So, you are talking about Shatru. Who's Shatru? Indra Shatru. Indra is object, Shatru is the subject. If you spend more time with word Indra, Indra Shatru, that means you are giving prominence to Indra, who has a enemy. So whichever word you speak for longer time or you shout loudly, the remaining line will be applicable to that person. If you are shouting Shatru for long time, the remaining line is for Shatru. Shatru should become victorious and become happy. If you chant Indra long, Indra should become powerful, Indra should kill his enemy and become victorious. So like that. So our Twasta supposed to chant Indra Shatru. Shatru should have been chanted long time. Indra, instead of that, because he was very much angry with Indra, he was always thinking about Indra. So he chanted Indra Shatru. As a result of that, Indra will become more powerful and Indra will kill his enemy, Vrtrasura, who will be born from this yajna. So this is what happened in this particular case. The word Indra comes from the root Id, which means great power. According to its group, it should have a high intonation. So normally in Sanskrit, because Indra himself is a powerful person, Indra's position indicates the position of power. He should be given high prominence. Normally in all the other mantras, Indra word should be chanted loudly for a long time. So because Twasta being a Brahmanical person, he knows that. So that was his habit. More than that, right now, he is thinking about Indra. So Indra is in his consciousness. So he chanted loudly, Indra. He chanted loudly and long time. So that took prominence. However, according to the rule, Samasyacha, Panini 61223, when the word occurs in a compound, the accent should come on the last word. So, according to Samasa, the compound words of the Samasa, the second word should be given high prominence. As a Tatpurusha compound, Indra Shatruhu, the word Indra should have low intonation. If this compound word is taken as Tatpurusha Samasa, then one should give high emphasis to Shatru and low emphasis to Indra. Indra should be chanted slowly and shortly, and Shatru should be chanted loudly and long time. That becomes Tatpurusha Samasa. But instead, if then means enemy of Indra, then that means enemy of Indra should become powerful and become victorious and killing Indra. That is the meaning. But if the word Indra has an accent in this compound, it becomes Bahuvrihi compound. And the meaning is Indra, the enemy. So if we chant Indra long and lot of time and Shatru small and small time lesser time, then Indra, the enemy of my son, should become powerful and kill his enemy and victorious and become victorious. So normally he should have chanted in the Tatpurusha compound way style, Indra Shatru, but he chanted according to Bahuvri compound style, Indra Shatru. That's why problem happened. This is according to Bahuvrihi Prakritya Purva Padam. The first member of the compound preserves his original accent in a Bahuvrihi compound. So in that way. Swasta pronounced the phrase with the accent on the word Indra. Matlab Indra, he chanted Indra for a long time. And thus the meaning of the sentence became, may the strength of Indra, the enemy, increase. And may he become victorious. Indra became the killer of his enemies. So this is the problem. If the mantras are some mistake, something goes here and there while chanting the mantras. The same thing happened with our Twasta. As a result of that, he had a son who will be killed by Indra. So like that. That is what it happened here. The Shruti says, Swahendra Shatruhu Vivardasya. With this meaning, it is said in the teaching. A mantra devoid of proper intonation and pronunciation with improper use does not fulfill its purpose. When the priest is chanting the mantra, he should chant properly. Then only it will result in proper results. If it is chanted here and there, ulta palta, it will not give proper results. Thus, by saying enemy of Indra improperly, the thunderbolt of the words kills the priest because of his offense. Even it can go to the extent of killing the priest also. But here at least it stopped with killing son only, son Vrtrasura. That's what it happened. Because he chanted one mantra here and there, one word here and there. As a result of that, he wanted a son who would kill Indra, but he got a son who will be killed by Indra. That is what happens. So it's already late. Vrtrasura is born. We'll just read this last verse, 12th verse. This verse talks about Vrtrasura appearing from the sacrifice as a result of that chanting that mantra. And then we'll stop for today. Atanvarhya Panchanad. Atanvaharya Panchanad.
Athanvarahaya Panchanath.
Uttito Gora Darshana.
Uttito Ghora Darshanah.
Kritanta iva lokanam.
Kritanta iva lokanam.
Yuganta samayayata.
Yuganta samaye yatha.
Thereafter, a fearful personality who looked like the destroyer of the entire creation at the end of the millennium arose from his desire to destroy Indra. Kashta wanted to kill Indra. He was performing an yajna. He was offering oblations while chanting a mantra, which we just saw in the previous verse. He was continuously chanting that line. Indra Shatro Vivardasya Machiram Jahi Vidusham. So this mantra only chanted again and again, 1,000 times or 16,000 times, whatever. Then once the yajna is over, as soon as the yajna is over, immediately from the sacrificial altar came a fearful person, fiery person. It appeared as if the universe is going to be destroyed by this person. That big this person is. So understanding his mistake, making a Brahuvihi compound by accepting the first word rather than putting the accent on the last word to make a Tatpurusha compound in order to kill Indra, the demon rose from the fire. So the demon appeared from the fire. The demon knows my father made a mistake. Though I was supposed to be born to kill Indra, but I will be killed by Indra. So Vrtrasura knows it. His father made a mistake and his destiny is clear. He knows he will be killed by Indra. Taking the normal meaning, Indra would become the killer. Taking the exceptional intended meaning to kill Indra, Indra would be killed along with his carrier. So from the external point of view, because he chanted proper mantra and he wanted a son who will be killing Indra. So from the external point of view, Indra will be killed by this person. But while chanting the mantra, he made a mistake, and this was only known to Vrtrasura, and Vrtrasura understood that I will be killed by Indra, not Tashta. So like that. So this is how Vrtrasura appeared, and he knew that he will be killed by Indra at the very beginning only. Still, he fought. In order to fulfill the desire of his father, he went and fought with Indra and other devatas, and he attained glorious death. That will be discussed in the future chapters. So Hare Krishna, I'm sorry, late again. We'll stop here. Okay, any questions?
No, Prabhuji.
No, Prabhuji, thank you.
Okay. So there are no questions. We'll stop here. Thank you for joining. Grantara
Thank you,
Srimad
Prabhuji. Hare
Bhagavatam ki